Good morning, Nigeria, and I make you welcome. This is Enterprise Weekend, reaching you from Enterprise Television from our corporate headquarters in Lagos State, Nigeria. I am Henry Igwebike, and today let's kickstart with what we have from the newspapers, the covers, just to see through all that we have, and from that in a jiffy would be our conversation also for today. Do well to be part of what we do. Have a say in what we say. You can find reachers when you visit us at enterprisetvnews.com. You may equally like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV7. Very so honored to have with me, joining me live right here is Shondinde Peters. He is a public affairs analyst and also a development communicator. Good morning to you, Mr. Peters.
Yeah, good morning, Henry. Good morning, Nigerians. Welcome to our program.
Thank you so very much for your time. Now let's start with our newspapers. We have 4 newspapers today. We hope we have more than enough time. We have the Vanguard, the Punch, the Weekend Trust, which is the weekend version of the Daily Trust newspaper, and yes, and the Guardian newspaper. So let's start with the Saturday Vanguard today. Big story: fight against terrorism. Allow us carry arms to defend ourselves. Middle Belt leaders, farmers agree with U.S. congressman. We have on the top strip: court validates 2025 PDP elective convention, affirms Turaki-led NWC. I duly hope that this will not be changed yet again. Crisis with the PDP is something that needs to be studied or written so students of politics can and maybe know how to go about it. We have other matters below the big story: bomb terrorist harder. Nigerians call for more U.S. strikes. I would love to hope that this is one thing the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would really not like at a time like this, and knowing that the perception Nigeria has around the world is really not doing well. We have below that particular story: when gods no longer choose Yoruba kings, how bribery politics are wrecking Yoruba kingship. Let's talk about that for today. Mr. Peters, whenever we watch the depiction of our culture on Nollywood films and all that, these are some of the things that we see. And when the world look at us with lots of respect, it's because coming from our traditional, community and how we relate to one another, respect, love, and all that. But with what we have coming from the newspapers, do you see this coming, or is technology and technology eroding the culture that we so much used to embrace?
Yeah, thank you, Henry. I don't want to see a relationship or a direct interaction between technology and our traditional institutions. Back then, our traditional institutions had absolute powers. The kings do anything they like.
Yes.
They can acquire your land. They can acquire your wife. They can say, I'm hungry.
That's bad kings.
Go and behead him.
Bad kings, that is. We have to differentiate the good ones from the bad ones, because let's not make it look like it's a blanket.
Well, I understand.
Yes.
Whether good or bad,
yes.
what I'm trying to paint is that their decisions were absolute. If it is going to favor they can wake up today and say, okay, don't pay royalty or so again. I declare public holiday to you people. They are good. They are bad. But it is because of that absolute power that made politicians relegate them to the background for now. Such that
because of their absolute power, or fear of their absolute power.
No.
Because
whichever way you look at
yes.
it. Because you see, power corrupts. And absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. It's just like when you have a military president. There's no constitution, nothing. You can do and undo. You can say these states, go and clear them, and the military will be the last order. You see, for our traditional institutions, because they have been relegated to the background now, most of them, no matter how big you are, whether you're first class, second class, or third class, you report to the chairman of the local government. So because the politicians have found out that, let us use democracy to put these people in check. All those powers they used to have, that there can be 2 kings in the palace. let us put the power in the hands of the politicians, hiding under the fact of democracy. So you people would now henceforth report to the local government. In fact, your selection, I must approve it before anybody becomes king. That is where the genesis of the problem started. You see, if they were 100% so good like that, you will see people today still fighting back that come. Let's go back to our monarchy. Okay, look at monarchy around the world where it is the king or so that rules. You will see that it is absolute. Look at Saudi Arabia. It is the king. And whatever he says is final. It's absolute. His words are law. Nobody is saying that it is all bad. But at the same time, it has its own side effects because it is, most times, not democratic. His powers are absolute. So he doesn't need to consult you, the executive, legislature, you do that. Nothing like that. Look at king. Though not a king, but he's a king, he's the president, he's everything. Yeah. You guys should barb my haircut.
And if you don't do it correctly,
if I do my head like this, all of you, you follow suit. So, to be sincere to you, not relegating our, because we had so many parts of our cultures that were very, very good. When we were young then, people can put their market somewhere, just put the price, people will pass, pay and go. Because you know the implication of stealing. They will tell you that, if people come to steal in this place, they will just do something there. The thief will come back to that place. Or night when they want to sleep, they will just sprinkle something. Any thief that comes around will remain there. There are so many things. We had local way of having children. We have local way of treating our diseases. And there are so many beautiful things we had there. But immediately, tradition and politics joined together. Politicians began to decide who will become who, when, and how. So that is how we find ourselves here now. You find out that, look at, let's make example of the Awujale in Ijebu. When the last king died, you find out that even the musician, Wasiu Ayinde, wanted to be part of it. And they were saying, guy, if you are not from a royal family, how come? Because he knows, not making statements for him, maybe because I'm politically connected. I can bully my way into this place and be there. There's the Oba in Ikwetumodu, who was a drug dealer in the US.
Yes, the ones
he traveled, yes, he traveled not knowing that he was under surveillance. Wanted to leave America, they hooked him up there. So if you find out, you see that a whole lot of them bought used money and people they know to get to that throne. Sometimes, and when the oracle has, we have our own tradition.
Yes.
We have our own religion. Before Christianity and Islam came, we were practicing a religion. That religion has their own deities, their gods. Those are the ones that choose for them that even if this person is small, is it Olu or Wari or Agbo of Delta that I heard that was about 10 or 11 self.
Yes.
When the father died.
Yes. The current
and the oracle has said, come, it is this person. Don't put another. And they had to wait for the
until
boy to grow. Maybe even went to school and came back.
Definitely.
Those are when there was still sanity in the system. Those are when the gods are the ones choosing. But now, the politicians are the gods. They are the ones choosing. That is why you see that everything about kingship now is, if you become a king, is how to, anybody doing innovation, how to get money. Is that what a king should be doing? Anywhere they want to sell land, you send boys there and go. You see, they've lost all responsibilities. They've lost all the jobs they need to do. Now, the last one I heard them trying to move together is to collect security votes. They want federal government to give them security votes so that they'll be able to protect their vicinity and quote unquote. It's all about money. They're not even looking at the people. For them, give us the security vote. What do you want to do? The constitution of the land does not allow you to acquire weapons. You can't be training security aside. You will conflict with the police. Yeah. That's why the president is running. Let's have the state police spread through the local government rather than giving money to these obas. At the end of the day, what will they do with the money? Imagine a drug lord, we give him money for security and his neighbor. What do you think we use it to do? So for the traditional institutions, in as much as I like them, I also want them around, but there must be defined rules and regulations. There must be defined patterns which they will operate, not just what we used to know about them. Things have to change, because people really nowadays, when we were still young, when I hear Alaki of Egbaland, Obi of Onitsha, they were very revered. As if when they even come somewhere, the atmosphere can change.
Yes, the Oba of Benin.
But now you see Oba, you don't even.
It's actually quite so bad, because you know when you go through social media, most recently now, Oni of Ife is in the news with a young girl that is old enough to be his child or grandchild, having Facebook, WhatsApp communication with Oni of Ife, and even telling Oni of Ife to call her back in the next 5 minutes. You could imagine how we have debased our traditional stew.
That is what we are saying. That you see, they are no longer what we used to know. They are no longer. Then, when you see a king, we have had kings in this country that will talk, whatever they say will happen. It's like the gods speak to them. When they curse you, remain cursed. When they bless you, remain blessed. The stories are abound. But the ones we have nowadays, bandits are kidnapping them.
And even unaliving them.
Bandits are killing them. So it's basically a political stool, just for friends and families.
And possibly to keep the tradition going,
yes,
so it wouldn't go moribund.
Yeah, go and find all of them. They are hiding under politics to thrive. There's nothing about that institution almost anymore.
Very true. Let's go to the Saturday Punch newspaper. We have 2027 on your marks, set and go. Parties race against May deadline for primaries. PDP, ADC, and NPP accuse INEC of creating impossible hurdles. APC to opposition, go to court or boycott polls. There we have it again, Mr. Peters. It looks like APC is really ganging up with the INEC and the judiciary and the police to go against opposition at this point. Do you see it from that vantage point?
Okay, personally I do not see it from that point, because you see, it is open to everybody in the country. The news is there. This is election will happen in 2027, and political parties are supposed to organize their activities in such a way that you plan ahead.
Ahead, when we say ahead, well, let's not make it look like ahead is by April, I guess, or May or something.
By the end of May.
May, yeah, they should have the primaries.
So if you look at most of the parties now, starting with the ruling party, they are going about their business as a political party. Far back February 2025, a year ago, they started digital registration of members. Because it's part of the process. Till today, I don't know whether PDP had done that.
Well, PDP, is it still in existence?
I don't know why. They still have government.
With all the wahala they have with...
Wike is in PDP, Segun Sohunmi is there. They have people in PDP now. PDP won a municipal council pool in
a faction, the weak faction of the PDP, because let's not make it look like it's the PDP.
PDP. You see, the problem is this. These political parties, when they put themselves in trouble because of internal wranglings, at the end of the day, you look for who to blame. The same APC that is troubling PDP. Same, I could remember back then, Lamidi Apapa. There's nobody in this country that did not say, Tinubu is using this man. They gave him car. They gave him money. He's fighting Abure. Abure fought. Till Apapa went down. Yeah. Suddenly, Abure and
Apapa
had problem because the Nadi Usman faction wanted to take over. People started saying it's Tinubu again that is using Abure. Is it not the same Abure that is said that Apapa was using? Tinubu is now even using Abure again. And there's a problem. You see, the problem is, if the ruling party is destroying your own political party, putting people there, what is wrong in you putting people in the ruling party.
Well,
So that you can
well,
also
it's
what
not
they are
as easy.
doing.
It's not as easy as
see,
you think,
my
because you know
brother,
politics in Nigeria.
My brother, it is
Yes.
everything is an excuse.
Yes.
The genesis of all the problems of all these political parties are known. Look at ADC today. Atiku gathered that party together. They have put it to run and take power. Till today, no manifesto. Till today, no executive. Just some few people are special secretary, this, that.
Does APC have a manifesto?
You will see it there. Go to their site, you will see it. Even if they are all lies, at least you will have something. Go to there for Labour Party. ADC today, by May 30, they expect you to have finished primaries. Yesterday, Amici, the South leader, said, yeah, you are the one. Atiku feels that I regret forming APC in 2014, but I'm ready to correct the wrong. He wants to go. Obi is saying, is there a presidency or nothing? And National Assembly has passed the law. Is either you use direct primaries or consensus. Atiku formed the party. And will be like, oh, he's for my vehicle. Maybe the best I will give anybody is a deputy. Either Obi or Amici. Obi would not like to be a deputy because he did well in the last election. Amici can still say, okay,
yeah,
let me run with this guy and see how it goes. So, that means the block of ADC that is in support of Peter B, we do what again? They move again. Same thing that happened in 2023 where they splitted the votes.
Yes. Might happen.
So Peter B needs to now look for a party because he has left Labour. So Labour will have his own candidate. ADC will have, maybe Peter B will go and join maybe an MPP or I don't know whether go anywhere. They split the votes again. And at the end of the day, you see the ruling party coming with.
So what you're saying invariably is that there's no hand of the ruling party.
Is that opposition is not ready. Even if the hand of the political part of the ruling political party is just like a football game. You said, why would this person go and pull Ronaldo or put Messi? Because he's saying by your player, you're supposed to use that type of style. Why not put everything? You see, you put your whatever you know. This is politics. You see, when people ascribe morals to politics, I wonder.
You mean more morals should not be attached to politics?
Politicians are not moral people.
But I think it's very important. We don't create a formula for something that affects humanity to make it look like it is child's play.
Henry.
When we say politics, there shouldn't be an inclusion of morality in politics. Don't you think it's affecting the lives of people?
Henry, you see, all over the world, anywhere in the world, politicians, their business is power. However I get to that power is secondary. I could remember when Trump lost. He fought. The Capitol riots, everything felt that you guys rigged me out.
Yes.
You hacked the system. He came back with his vendetta. Putin was president in Russia before. I think gave it to Medvedev. Came back again. He's been there since how many years? You see, politicians love power. Whatever will keep them in power, whether moral or not. I am not saying we should not be moralistic. I'm not saying we should not do the moral thing. But the politicians are not, that is not their business. Their own business is this power, we want it. And whichever way we get it, we get it.
And you feel that
it is left to the people to now decide that even if you want to use all your power, the mandate is in our hand. Not all politicians will be like Jonathan, that feels like, guys, don't let us have problem. I will throw in the towel so that we don't have a case of war here. Not everybody. He even said it himself that some presidents were calling him and blaming him. Why would you do this type of thing? What is wrong with you? Just cancel whatever there is and move on. We will support you. AU will support him. ECOWAS will support him. It's as simple as that. Not all politicians to behave like that. But I can tell you, 90-95% of them are there for power. And if you look at all these political parties we are even talking about, they were also in power before. What did they do? Is it not the same thing? You see, our politics is known to all of us, except we want to lie. Sitting on the sitting at the bus stop that it is the ruling party that is destroying PDP, ruling party destroying ADC, ruling party destroying Labour Party. All to me, all those ones are just balderdash in the sense that where's the proof? Where is the proof? All these things, Labour has had its own problem since. Look at PDP now. Another judgment from Oyo State High Court. Saminu Turaji. As there's another judgment in Abuja Court of Appeal waiting. They will be running with the one in Ibadan now. Before you know anything, the one in Abuja will come up. And when it comes up, we can say these things. Almost a year or year plus ago, when they attended the meeting, that take a decision now. Are we going with a northern candidate or a southern candidate? Once you are going with a northern candidate, count me out. If it is a southern candidate, which area is it open so that all of us can contest? You see, most of these political parties, because of the personal interest of people, that is what put them most times in problem. There might be other hands, but the genesis of that problem is internal. Abure wants to remain forever as Labour Party chairman. And they felt that, Gaoga, your time is gone. Let other people come in. If these people take over this party, what will be my lot? Then he fought dirty and everybody left. Now, the Minadi man just got a court judgment that, okay, Usman is now the whatever. Yeah. Is it now you want to start building? When Peter Obi had left, so many people had left. Do you want now to start gather back, start to build again? Look at how Bola Tinubu started with one party, Action Congress, when PDP took over all the parties. Alliances here and there. Not speaking for him, but you see a difference between a politician who knows his job and the ones who are there just to see how far they can. Most of them, they don't have that type of patience. They don't. And they are not strategic. All they want is power. Politicians don't have they don't have any business. Their business is politics. Once they lose power, they become helpless. No money, no free money to spend. No police escort. No cook, no driver. I have to pay for it from my pocket. It does not happen. They must be in a position. That's why you see everybody, you say politicians cannot be trusted. Everybody is moving to this. Everybody, they will move. Because that is their own business. You come to your own every day. You do your work. 30 days, make a pay. They cannot do that. Their own is to be here. What is coming from the center? Let them pay me driver, pay me allowance, let me move anywhere. That's their job. If this opposition gather together today, Henry, let's just look at it. Obi, Amechi, Erufai, everybody gathers. Okay, all of us, we don't gather. No other party, APC and ADC. This is how we want to run this election. Nigerians, all of you go and register with it. Just follow us. No two. Do you know that whatever APC must have had as planned can crumble?
Very true. Very, very true. And I love to believe, that was the strategy, APC used against the PDP, when they took over in 2015. So the alliance was strong. And
why is the opposition divided? The more division you give to opposition, the more power you give to APC. APC is waiting. Run your primary in ADC. Who beside you don't give it to Peter Obi. If you don't give it to Peter Obi, a plus for me. I know that vote is already splitted because Peter Obi will go elsewhere to look for someone. All these things are not rocket science. They are not. Bola Tinubu is not a genius or one person that comes that whatever he knows anybody cannot know. Politics is there for all of us to think about, read about. So their own formula is just make sure that your opponents they become more divided. But because that is it.
Well, we truly do hope that things will be better. Call it politics, whatever semantics you would love to used to eyes it. What Nigerians are actually looking out for is governance. Yeah, politics should be played by politicians, but governance is the most important thing. In the last 3 years, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had played more politics than he had done governance. Even before the 2023 general election, he's already telling Nigerians that if he does not give us electricity, we should not vote him for 2027, even before he entered the first time. So you can see how we play politics and not governance.
They can hold him by his word. You promised us, you have failed us. So let's go to another party.
Go, okay.
So that's what I'm saying. If that other party were to be a single party, whereby if Henry has issues with APC, he goes to that party. Peter has issues with APC, he goes to that party. All of us will aggregate. Look at, Bola Tinubu wasn't the best in 2023. He got just 8 million votes.
Yes.
Had 7 million votes of Atiku, 6 million votes of Peter Obi, Kwakwanso and Co.
Yes.
That means 15 million more Nigerians wanted another person than just 8 million who wanted him. He was able to win because you guys will always make same mistake.
Well, I just sincerely hope that Nigerians would maybe learn, despite all the things the ruling party is doing, putting people together, the CD boys, the lots of other things they're actually putting together to ensure that they take over. But lots of people would say, if the ruling party has done well, why would they go this length to ensuring that Nigerians, queue behind them? Well, let's see how that goes. But let's take a look at the Weekend Trust newspaper. U.S. troops, security lifeline or sovereignty, a gamble. So let's take a look at the United States. President Donald J. Trump promised that he would have foot on the ground. We thought it was all plays. The Tomahawk, we thought that was the only thing he would do. Now we have over 200 U.S. personnel serving in Nigeria. We do not know the Trojan horse reason to why they are here. But what's your take, really? Are we truly a sovereign country, knowing that an external force that does not have a base in Nigeria is clearly operating in Nigeria?
Of course, yes, we're a sovereign country.
What makes us sovereign? What defines the sovereignty if we can have an external force come be part of us?
Your sovereignty is still the power and your right to say yes or no. You still have the right to say, US, I don't want you around. And they will go. It's as simple as that.
You mean we have the gusto to do that? Does the president have the power to do that?
You have the power to do it is second in the sense that you might feel that, I don't want to do this thing just to please the people inside, but I know I'm suffering. Nigeria can tell it US to go. Your sovereignty is guaranteed. Nobody is saying you cannot say no. America didn't enter here by force now. But their plane to land is not by force. For them to agree that, okay, we are not here to help you do your combat, we are just here for training, intelligence, and maybe surveillance. We are not here to help you fight, or you will see us in the battlefield. They said it. It doesn't remove you. If you tell them to leave tomorrow, we don't want you, they will go. But the problem is that your own problem they have been battling for almost 20 years. How do you solve it? And you are helpless. More people are dying. You want to keep doing the same thing you have been doing over and over again. When you get somebody here who is saying that I will help you. I know it's not easy. So many countries all over the world get help. Israel, as strong as it is, gets help from the US.
Yeah.
Iran helps almost all countries in the Middle East, Syria, and go and go and go. Does that mean they are not sovereign? No. Today, US holds the security in Saudi Arabia, UAE, and some other countries. They are the ones who run the security there.
Because the reason I'm actually saying this, is as those in the media, we read a lot and we see lots of things happen. Bayo Ononuga, who is the media aide to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, before now, when all of this was raging, Peter Obi said that if he had the opportunity and was the president of the country, he would gladly allow the unions to come into Nigeria. Bayo Ononuga at the time said that he was committing treason for saying that another country should come to Nigeria. And little did we know that his own boss, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, gave the awesome admittance for US to come in. So when people like Bayo Ononuga say that entering a country from another country is treason upon the person who said it, but his own boss admits that it would happen. That is the basis upon which I am saying, do we truly have sovereignty now?
If I understand what you mean well, Dabayo Onanuga had said, if US come into our space, it is treason.
Yes.
Maybe I need to be sure of what Bayo is referring to, because US saying that I want to offer Nigerians now was there, and the presidency never even said no at a point in time. I wonder where this treason story is coming from, because you see, I know there were pushbacks, especially from the northern elders, who felt that they will be invading our own space in the north. But the president mean that people have said, you go about politicking, people are dying. And the more money they put in the military, the more generals they change, the more deaths we have. Kidnap here and there, 200 today in Kumara, this one death. And US is like, come, this thing is getting into our ears, especially a Christian genocide. They even sent people for investigation, Ralimo and Co. Came here to look at what is happening. How do you tell a pastor who buried over 200 of his congregation in one day that there's no Christian genocide? How do you tell somebody who has lost almost all members of his family that there's no? They won't understand. But we down south here, we will just feel that it's just banditry. There's no genocide and go. That's what the government is trying to tell you, is that these problems are particular. It's because they are in three categories. Some people are doing this thing for financial reasons. They make so much money in this banditry. Either they are selling weapons, collecting money as intelligence, collecting money as ransom, selling body parts when they kill them. It's a big business. In fact, later I discovered that they even sell captives. If they kidnap somebody now, you don't have power to hold the person for too long. There's another
gang that you have to.
Okay, take 5 million, leave him for us. We'll go and do the negotiation.
Whoa, really?
So there are middlemen in that chain. So it is something that has continued for like 10 years. And as a government, how do you solve all this problem? Because you find out that even in some localities, members of the communities are informants.
Yes, very true.
So these guys,
those
are the people who are there financially. Some are there for religious reasons. It has to be my religion. Western education is bad. Boko Haram. Wherever all of you, they told them in Kwara, accept our own type of faith, our own type of faith, even though they were Muslims. If you don't accept our own, we will come. And they made good their promise. They came. The third one are the political ones who use them for political reasons to fester their own political ambition. Find out that almost all the retired generals during Buhari, Jonathan, they ended up in EFCC. Money meant for Boko Haram to Kano, you find it in their accounts. Air Force officers, naval officers, all of them, because they saw it as cash cow. Once this war ends, no money.
More money.
But if the war is going on, there'll be money. So it is making all these things to have strong goals, structures in our system. It's like we are almost, can't you listen to Sheikh Gumi? Recognize them in the budget. they will forgive you. I thought you said you were foreigners. So why do you want us to recognize the foreigner and put him in our own budget? For what? What offense did we commit to people to be coming to our own country to kill people? You see, there are plenty reasons, and the government needs to face it all. And you know that within yourself, in out, you don't have that power.
But do you think that expunging the Sharia, as made known by the congressmen, report they have given to Donald Trump in Nigeria, especially from the northern part of Nigeria, would possibly make good?
And from what I read,
yes,
I actually did not see that portion of expunging Sharia. I just saw it. I couldn't validate it. What I read was they said, let farmers have legal self-defense, as in give them weapons too. change your security architecture. You can see the president running around state police, telling National Assembly, pass this thing. Let policing be local, so that local response is faster. Not that anybody is still waiting for Abuja. Let policing be closer to people, so that loss of lives will reduce. But the one of saying remove Sharia will be difficult to run in Nigeria. The North as a country, as a people, they believe in their law, the Sharia law, guiding their penal code.
Despite the fact that Nigeria is a secular state.
I do not see the National Assembly passing a law that they lost. If you are secular, nobody has removed you from being secular.
Okay.
But they just believe that even in our secularity, we want to run this way.
Okay.
That is why if you look at pre-independence, people like Awolowo and Haruna had moved that. Let us put secession clause in this constitution, because you see, you are just joining us together. We don't know what
so they saw that coming.
Yes, we don't know what will happen in 50, 100 years. Let us put it there so that in case we are not, because we are different people, Henry, except we want to lie to ourselves. And there's no way you want to integrate Sharia with a democratic law, and both of them will be able to gel. You will always see a clash.
Yes.
You read in the news, Isbach has arrested people for eating in the public. Okay,
for not fasting.
I can eat now.
Or for having a particular hairstyle.
Do your own fast. Leave me alone. They feel like, no. During this period, we're supposed to maintain some level of decorum because people are fasting. But come down south here, it doesn't happen. Christians are fasting, Muslims are eating. Nobody disturb anybody. Religion is personal.
It's personal. Yeah.
So, but we have made religion a state responsibility. We sponsor people to Hajj. We spend so much money. What is the name of this former governor? Is he in Katsina or Borno State, who said they collected almost 4 billion from Jonathan to secure Marawas from Niger Republic to pray, so that he wins the election. 4 billion for prayers. So we religion and northern Nigeria are like this. You cannot access one to deceive it. So those, if truly Riley Mo and Co wants Sharia to leave Nigeria, it's a joke. It's going to be tough for that.
It's anarchy, actually. Waiting to cave in. All right, so that's all we have for this segment, just to let you know that Mr. Peters will be here to take us on our main conversation when we return. Trump ordered U.S. probe into Nigeria killing as Congress report demands action on armed militias. In a beat, Enterprise Weekend. It is, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.